Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyo lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Hello po sa lahat ng members ng Team Bruner. Again, our Team Bruner babies are those who will be taking the LET in March 2023. And of course, these are the takers under the new TOS. Okay, so again, hello po lahat ng members ng ating Team Bruner. If you are still not a member, sulit na sulit pong magpa-member dito sa Team Bruner. Now, dire-diretso po yung ating pagre-review. Hindi po napuputol yung ating video. And of course, you have the PDF files that you can download. You can enjoy our free pre-board, free final coaching, free classified files until the day you take the LET, and that is going to be in March of 2023. Now, we've also announced our majorship schedule. Meron din po tayong majorship. There's Filipino, MAPE, Social Science, TLE, AFA. That's going to be on Saturdays. No? That's starting this Saturday. You're all going to have your orientation. For English, Math, Science naman, they will be having their Sunday schedule. Okay? So for our majorship, hitik na hitik din po. Hindi lamang isang session, tatlong session, 5 sessions. Pero hanggang March 19th, no, meron pa pong session yung ating majorship. So again, sulit na sulit pong magpa-member dito sa Team Bruner. Kaya mag-join na po kayo if you are a Filipino major, MAPE, Social Science, TLE, AFA major, English, Math, or Science major. We have our majorship schedules in front of you. And this weekend, we are going to start with our orientation. Okay, so please do grab this chance and become a member of Team Bruner. Just send a message through our Facebook page. Now, tonight, our focus is general education. These are 30 items that our Team Bruner members have already answered last Monday, no? Kasi po, wala tayong live stream last Monday because of paring paeng, no? So I hope that you are all safe and that wala nang baha dyan sa inyong mga bahay, no? And of course, very common yung baha sa atin, nag-worsen pa because of climate change, but we cannot do anything but of course to be flexible, and of course kailangan din may accountability, of course, yung ating government. Okay? All right. So again, this is general education, but let's all start with our opening prayer. Samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, this is general education tonight. Please do like, love, and share our video. Start a watch party, tag your friends. Maraming salamat po for those of you who've already started a watch party, tagged your friends, and liked. And of course, napaka-importante that you are sharing our video. You can also support us by sending us stars on Facebook and super chat, super stickers naman po dyan sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, this is Gen Ed. Let's all start with question number 1. Okay, number 1. His philosophy introduced dualism, not Dua Lipa, okay? Hindi po Dua Lipa, but dualism. I think, therefore, I exist. Is this letter A, Plato? Letter B, Rene Descartes? Letter C, Maurice Merleau-Ponty? Or letter D, John Locke? Okay, who do you think is the correct choice for question number 1? Maraming salamat sa ating mga Team Piaget babies na nakikinood pa rin. And of course, manifesting, hoping for their licenses no, come December. Okay, if you are watching us on Facebook and if there's a caption, you can easily just turn off the caption. No? I-click lamang yung 3 dots dyan po sa ating Facebook. And of course, just select turn off captions para hindi nyo po nakikita yung caption pag kayo po ay medyo distracted. Okay, I see a lot of letter B's. Tumpak kaya ito? Or genocide kaya? Number 1 pa lamang. Okay, so again, going back to the question that we have here, his philosophy introduced dualism, I think, therefore I exist. The correct choice, of course, is letter B. Okay, so Rene Descartes the French philosopher René Descartes is who we are looking for in question number 1. So tumpak, congratulations to all of you, okay? So I think therefore I exist, or cogito ergo sum in Latin, or I think therefore I am in English, is a phrase of the French philosopher and mathematician René Descartes, which summarizes his intellectual and philosophical process, who affirms that the only way to find the truth is through reason. Okay, so when you say dualism, yung ibig sabihin po ng dualism dito, he believed, no? Descartes believed that the mind and the body exist separately. Okay, so the body can exist even without thinking or even without the mind, and of course the mind can exist even without the body. So may separate, no? Dualism. That's what we are trying to talk about here in terms of the term dualism. But of course, he also believed that the only way to find the truth is through reasoning. Okay, so reasoning, rationalist si René Descartes. Medyo nag-freeze yata yung aking video, pero I hope okay yung ating audio, no? Now, what about the rest of your choices? Remember, Plato was one of the greatest Greek philosophers. And remember, Chopa. No? So we started with Thales, the very first Greek philosopher. Then, of course, you have Socrates. That's your letter S-O, no? Your letters S-O there. Plato comes next. Then you have Aristotle. And, of course, you have Alexander the Great. No? So Socrates was the teacher of Plato. Then, of course, Plato was the teacher of Aristotle. And Aristotle was the tutor of Alexander the Great. Now, Plato also gave us the academy. That was the name of the school that he has established. And the book that he has made very popular was called The Republic. Okay, The Republic. Now, letter C naman, si Ponti gave us the phenomenology of perception, in which he criticized Descartes' belief, because for him, perception has primacy. No? So for him, for Ponti, it is not reasoning that will give us the truth, but it is perception, how you perceive things, how you process the sensory information that you see or that you experience. And so yan yung sinabi ni Ponti, that's phenomenology of perception. Now, John Locke, of course, we know him to have given us tabula rasa, no? Sabi ni John Locke, the mind of a baby or the mind of a person at first is a blank slate. No? So blank slate siya, para siyang chalkboard or whiteboard na walang laman. And so you have to give the child sense experience. No? Dapat i-stimulate mo yung senses ng bata para siya ay magkaroon ng experience, and of course para siya ay magkaroon ng kaalaman. Okay, so sense experience is the best way to finding truth and the best way to find knowledge. Na that's according to John Locke. But of course, number 1, tumpak po ang letter B. We go to number 2. He was the first philosopher who engaged in systematic questioning about the self. Letter A, Plato. Letter B, Socrates. Letter C, Descartes. Or letter D, David Hume. Okay. Now, for those of you who are asking kung bakit walang quiz kanina, again, the items that we are discussing were parts of the quiz last Monday. Kasi wala po tayong discussion on Monday because, of course, of Typhoon Paeng. No? So marami pong walang kuryente, maraming hindi maganda yung signal, and so we had no choice but to move our discussion to tonight. Okay, number 2, ICBs. B na naman ang inyong choice. Tumpak kaya ulit or ligwalkers? Maraming salamat for all those who have already started a watch party. Again, kung hindi ka pa po member ng Team Brunner, magpa-member po kayo. Until the day that you take the let, we are going to take care of you. No? Meron po tayong pre-board, final coaching, may classified files. And of course, it's very easy to become a member. Just send a message to our Facebook page. Meron din po tayong majorship na, as I've mentioned at the beginning of this discussion. May Filipino, English, Science, Math, Social Science. There's MAPE. And we also have TLE AFA. Okay, so just send a message sa ating pong Facebook page. Hanapin lamang po ang Gurong Pinoy. Okay, number 2, letter B, and that is tumpak, no? So you have the term questioning, okay? Questioning. about the self. Remember, Socrates has given us the expression know thyself. You have to know yourself. You have to learn about yourself first before you can thrive, no? Before you can improve yourself and before you can build relationships with other people. Kaya nga sabi nila, kapag ka ikaw ay hindi pa buo, kapag ka ikaw ay heartbroken pa, wag muna mag-rebound relationship, okay? Wag muna magmadali, ayusin muna yung sarili, buuin muna yung sarili bago makipagrelasyon ulit, okay? So know thyself. Yan yung sinabi ni Socrates. And of course, Socratic method, isa din yung binigay sa atin ni Socrates. This is a technique of questioning, no? Questioning, question and answer technique as part of our methods and techniques in doing our classes. Okay, so that's Socratic method. Letter B, Socrates, ang ating tumpak na choice. Okay, ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Reza, the unexamined life is not worth living. Okay, so paraphrasing lang siya ng know thyself, no, as given to us by Socrates. Now again, we've already talked about Plato, we've already talked about Descartes. Si David Hume naman, he said all ideas are representation of sensory experience. So lahat ng ideya na na-form sa iyong mind, ito ay representation ng sensory experience mo, kung ano ng experience mo through your senses, ito yung na-form na idea sa inyong mind. Okay, so empiricist din si David Hume. Okay, so letter B is tumpak. We move on with question number 3. A mindset that leads to a desire to learn and therefore a tendency to embrace challenges persist in the face of setbacks. See the effort as the path to mastery. Learn from criticism. Is this letter A, fixed mindset? Letter B, growth mindset? Letter C, innovation mindset? Or letter D, all of the above? Hello, Ma'am Mary Lee. Ma'am Mary Lee Niere. Namimiss na niya yung review ng Team PSA MWF. Hello po, good evening sa ating mga future LPTs. No? Malapit na lumabas yung results. Okay, number 3, ICBs and Ds. Medyo merong mga naniguro, medyo merong mga nag-play safe. No? All of the above na kasi merong all of the above eh. Okay, so meron namang nag-letter B. Okay, at yung iba naman ay may ilang letter A din. Okay, so remember when you say all of the above, lahat ng ito dapat nandyan, o lahat ng ito dapat included, or lahat ng ito dapat tama na choice sa ating question. Okay, but here, sabi nga, the tendency to embrace challenges, gusto mong na-challenge ka, to persist in the face of setbacks, kahit na ilang ulit ka nang na-fail, for example, sa LET, hindi ka sumusuko, you still is persisting, or you still are persevering until the day that you finally receive your license. See the effort as the path to mastery. Okay, so kailangan mo muna mag-effort para ma-master mo yung isang bagay. And of course, you have to learn from criticism. Huwag kang maging balat sibuyas, no? Huwag masyadong na-hurt. Kapag ka ikaw ay kinikriticize, dapat you learn from those criticisms. Now, the correct choice here, of course, is letter B. That's the growth mindset. Hindi po all of the above, because fixed mindset and growth mindset are actually opposites. And of course, iba din ang ating innovation mindset. Let's take a look at your slide. Okay, so these are the differences between your fixed mindset and growth mindset. No? So sabi ng fixed mindset mo, intelligence is static. No? Hindi nagbabago ang intelligence, static siya. Sabi naman ng growth mindset mo, intelligence can be developed. Okay? So again, opposite sila. No? Avoid challenges, sabi ng fixed mindset mo. Pero sabi ng growth mindset, you have to embrace challenges. It's too hard, sabi ng fixed mindset. I can train my brain to be better. Ayan yung sabi ng growth mindset. Expect reward without effort. No, gusto magka-reward, wala namang effort na ginagawa. Sabi naman ng growth mindset mo, effort is a path to mastery. Ito yung kaninang nasa question natin. No? Ignore feedback, learn from feedback according to your growth mindset, threatened by success of others. Sa growth mindset naman, inspired by success of others. So yung mga kapitbahay mo, mga friends mo na medyo naiinggit, kapag ka ikaw ay naging successful, they are members of the fixed mindset group. Okay? So dapat may growth mindset tayo. Now, if blurred po yung inyong video, hanapin po yung three dots at i-change po yung ating video quality. Okay, so you should be inspired by the success of others. Okay, so that's your growth mindset. Now, innovation mindset naman, of course, you have to be thinking outside the box, very creative, no? You have to be motivated. You have to learn how to analyze. You should be inspired. You should have your goal, your vision. You should be using your imagination so that you can come up with your ideas. And of course, you should be able to contemplate the metacognition, to think about your thinking and to learn about your learning. So this is an innovative mind. No? You should be thinking outside the box. Dapat hindi ka nakakahon. Dapat hindi ka conform na conform. When you say conform, no, sumusunod ka lamang kung ano yung ginagawa ng iba, imitate ka lamang, dapat meron kang sarili mong gawa. No? That's creation, innovation. Okay? So yung nahanap po natin was growth mindset, letter B for this item. We move on with question number 4. It is a type of motivation when you do something because you enjoy it, you find it interesting, or because of other personal reasons. It is referred to as blank. Letter A, intrinsic value. Letter B, intrinsic motivation. Letter C, extrinsic motivation. Or letter D, feedback. Okay, what's your choice for number 4? Number 4, ano po ang ating choice? Again, please do like, love, and of course, share our video. Start a watch party if you can. And if you are still not a member of Team Bruner, magpa-member na po para dire-diretso po yung ating pagre-review until the day you take the LET in March. Okay, I see B's sa ating number 4. Intrinsic motivation. Okay? And of course, the correct choice here would be letter B. Remember the two types of motivation, no? Para kanino or para sa ano ka gumigising? What keeps you going? Sabi ng Energizer. No? When you say intrinsic, it is within you. Gusto mo, no? Gusto mo siya. Gusto mo siya, ini-enjoy mo siya, you want to improve yourself, you want to develop yourself, no? And so you do it. That's intrinsic motivation. When you say extrinsic motivation, you want rewards, medals, awards, high grades, you want praises, you want maybe gifts from your parents, no? So yan naman yung ating extrinsic motivation. Of course, feedback. When you say feedback, this was part of B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning theory. No? Feedback would be the comments or the improvements, the things that you need to improve. Comments mo sa inyong estudyante, kunwari, kung saan siya nagkamali, ano pa yung kailangan niya improve, and so on. Intrinsic value, of course, that would be the value of the thing itself. No? So, ano ba yung importansya, ano ba yung halaga ng isang bagay, that's intrinsic value. Okay, hanapin ko lamang so that you can all be inspired. No? Si Sir Arnel Bulaan, ma'am, thank you po sa help. Dami po lumabas sa Gen Ed at Prof Ed. Salamat po sa mga videos mo sa YouTube at sa mga FB Live. So much grateful. Maraming salamat, Sir Arnel Bulaan. And of course, congratulations in advance. Okay, so number 4, letter B is tumpak. Ma'am Julie Litohon, to join Team Bruner, just send a message po sa ating Facebook page kung saan po kayo nanonood right now. Okay? Later po, mag-send po kayo ng message. All right, number 5, it is the belief of a person that his or her actions are effective or make difference. Letter A, self-confidence. Letter B, self-efficacy. Letter C, self-respect. Or letter D, self-esteem. Okay, what is our choice for number 5? Number 5, ICBs. Tumpak kaya ang letter B for number 5? Medyo mabili, no? Mabili nga yung letter B from 1 to 5. Mukhang letter B. Letter B ulit yung inyong choice. Okay, the belief of a person that his or her actions are effective, epektibo yung aking mga ginagawa, at may ginagawang difference yung mga ginagawa ko, no? So, the correct choice here, of course, would be letter B, no? Tama po yung letter B. Self-confidence, self-respect, self-esteem, these are not the things that we are looking for, no? Almost magkakaparehas, especially your letter A and letter D, no? Self-confidence, self-esteem, self-confidence would be your belief sa sarili. Self-respect, of course, respeto mo sa sarili mo. And self-esteem, kung paano mo pinahahalagahan din yung inyong sarili. Magkakaparehas yung A, C D mo. Self-efficacy po yung ating hinahanap. Remember, this was by Albert Bandura. No? Meron tayong very common question kung ano yung nakakapag-improve or ano yung nakakapag-increase ng inyong self-efficacy or your belief in your capacity to successfully perform a task. And we've talked about an active self-mastery. Dapat nagiging successful ka sa mga ginagawa mo para mas nagkakaroon ka, of course, ng confidence and of course, nagkakaroon ka ng kumpiyansa na kaya ko to, na magiging successful ako in passing the let. No? So, dapat nakikita mo yung improvement mo. Ito yung ginagawa natin sa mga members ng Team Bruner. We are having our drills and we are asking you to put your scores and comment your scores para nakikita natin kung tayo ay nag-i-improve. Kung wala pang improvement, alam natin na kailangan pa tayong double time, no? Double time sa ating pagre-review. Now, role modeling, these are vicarious experiences. When you say vicarious experiences, hindi ikaw mismo yung naka-experience. Indirect yung inyong experience. You can learn by observing or by looking at the different experiences of other people. Verbal and social persuasion, yung mga pep talk. Pag merong nagsasabi sa'yo na kaya mo yan, kaya mo lang, kaya mo yan, no? Go lang ng go. Kung wala talaga ng pep talk sa paligid mo, ikaw na mismo, i-pep talk mo na yung sarili mo, no? Give a pat on your back, sabihin mo, kaya mo yan self, kaya mo yan, makakapasa ka, no? So, pep talks are very important. And of course, you also have physiological cues, somatic, or emotional states, no? Dapat wala kang heartbreak, dapat wala kang kaaway, dapat wala kang kinikimkim whenever you are going to be faced with a very big task. No? So before you take the let, dapat wag munang makipag-away sa jowa, wag munang makipag-away sa magulang, and of course, dapat healthy tayo. No? So bawal magkasakit, bawal mamatay. No? Yung sinasabi natin, pagpapunta na sa final coaching, especially sa part na classified files na, wala na halos tulog. No? So almost every hour, we'd supply you with a lot of materials. These are the materials, of course, that we are expecting that you can see in your actual let. And of course, yung iba sa inyo, nagpupuyat na pero bawal pong mamatay. Okay? So, dapat healthy and of course, emotionally, we are also ready to take the let. Okay? But letter B for number 5 is tumpak. We move on with question number 6. He considered art as an aid to philosophy in revealing truth. Is this letter A, Aristotle, letter B, Plato, letter C, Tolstoy, or letter D, Kant? Okay, what is our choice? Tama yan, Ma'am Rinmi Ragudo. Bawal po distractions. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see A's. So you did not choose letter B na? All right, so all of these are part of the contemporary world, no? Parte na siya ng ating new TOS. Kung dati wala siya sa ating competency, dati ay yung sa inyong Gen Ed, Math, English, Science, Social Science, and Filipino lamang. Ngayon meron na kayong contemporary world, meron na kayong samut-sari, may art appreciation, no? May Rizal na dinagdag, of course. Isa sa mga favorite topics ni Let, no? So, kaya meron tayong mga nakikitang bagong item, maaring hindi pa nakita dati. Okay, he considered art as an aid to philosophy in revealing truth. Okay, you're saying letter A. Let's try to find out if that is a correct choice. The correct choice here is letter A, Aristotle, is tumpak. Okay, considered art as an aid to philosophy in revealing truth. Letter A po ang ating tumpak na choice. For Plato naman, Plato said art is an imitation of an imitation. No? That for Plato is what art is. For Tolstoy, he said, without art, mankind cannot exist. Remember that Tolstoy is also a very famous writer. One of, or two of his best-known works are Anna Karenina and War and Peace. Now, ito po ay lumalabas din sa Let. Sometimes the Let would ask you, who is the author of Anna Karenina? Who is the author of War and Peace? Okay? Now, Immanuel Kant, of course, for him, the purpose of art is to be purposeless. No? So, kay Immanuel Kant naman, art is art itself. Okay, so wala siyang purpose kundi maging purposeless. So wala siyang purpose kundi just for the aesthetic, no? Aesthetic lamang siya. Wala siyang purpose. Hindi siya nakakapagpukaw ng damdamin, hindi siya nakakapagpa-relax, hindi siya nakaka-aid para makita niyo yung katotohanan, no? It's just art itself. Yan yung sabi ni Kant, no? So art is purposeless. Yan yung para sa kanya. But we were looking for letter A, Aristotle, for this question. We move on with question number 7. In what city did the Renaissance begin? Is it letter A, Paris, France, letter B, London, England, letter C, Berlin, Germany, or letter D, Florence, Italy? Ayun, aesthetic. Yung mga mahihilig sa aesthetic dyan. Sabi ni Sir Glester Dave Avila, aesthetic. Okay, 7. Saan nagsimula ang Renaissance? Si Ma'am Maria ay nananawagan na sa kanyang mga friends. Nasaan na daw po kayo? Okay, 7, D. May iilang C at A. Meron din namang letter B. Okay, alin kaya ang tumpak na choice? Now, 7. In what city did the Renaissance begin? For the hula lang, sabi ni Facebook user. The correct choice is letter D. That's Florence, Italy. Okay, so the Renaissance was an incredible period in our human history when some of the most important cultural advancements of all time were made. These developments expanded across fields of architecture, literature, philosophy, science, politics, and more. The origins of the movement can be traced back to 14th century Florence, Italy. As the movement progressed, it reached across Italy, hitting a high point in Rome and eventually moving into the rest of Europe. Okay, so the rebirth, no, or Renaissance, it began in letter D, Florence, Italy. Okay, so letter D is tumpak. We go to number 8. What does the word Renaissance mean? No, medyo nadulas ako, nabanggit ko a while ago. No? So what is the meaning, or what is another term for Renaissance? Lumalabas din ito kahit sa vocabulary part ng ating let. Is it letter A, after death, letter B, rebirth, letter C, the light, or letter D, the study of Greece and Rome? Meron din ito sa ating STS, no? Kung meron pang STS sa ngayon, yung Science and Technology in Society, na pag-aaralan din natin ito. And of course, social science and the contemporary world, no? Kasama lahat ng ito. Okay, number 8, ICBs, and that is correct. Now, Renaissance, another term would be rebirth, the rebirth of civilization. Okay, so letter B is tumpak for number 8. We move on with question number 9. It is better to be feared than loved. Is best attributed to what philosopher? Letter A, Michelangelo. Letter B, Dürer. Letter C, Machiavelli. Or letter D, Brunelleschi? Okay, who is our choice? Number 9. Kung inyong naaalala, no, yung nakaraang eleksyon, yung nakaraang presidential election, okay, naging medyo controversial ito, okay, because of the term, the name of the philosopher that was used, okay? So ano kaya, or sino kaya yung ating hinahanap? So again, if you are not a member of Team Brunner, napuputol po yung ating video dyan sa ating Facebook page at dyan po sa ating YouTube channel. So again, magpa-member po kayo para dire-diretso po yung ating panonood. Basahin ko lamang, no, Sir Jollibert Prasio. Good evening, Mamek. Ngayon lang po ako nakapanood ulit, October Taker. Nakakamiss ang Gurong Pinoy. Hindi kayo magsisi kung mag-enroll kayo sa Gurong Pinoy. Ang galing kasi magpaliwanag ni Mamek, lalo na sa Prof Ed. Thank you, Mamek, sa lahat ng tulong. Waiting for the result. Isa sa mga tao kung bakit ako nakasagot na maayos sa Prof Ed. Okay, congratulations in advance, Sir Jollibert Prasio. Okay, so again, hindi po kayo magsisisi. If you become a member of Team Brunner, so halina po kayo, no? You are all welcome. Lahat ng mga meron ng ibang review centers, pwede pa rin po mag-join sa atin. Yung mga nanay, tatay, online sellers, yung mga may trabaho, no? Pwede po dito sa atin kasi nababalikan po yung ating video. And of course, meron po tayong PDF files. So kahit hindi po kayo makapag-attend ng ating review, yung live stream po, pwede nyo pong balikan yung ating video. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's and that would be correct. No? So Machiavelli, you remember, no, medyo controversial siya in the past presidential election. So sabi dito ni Machiavelli, no, it is better to be feared than loved. That's according to Niccolo Machiavelli, a political theorist from the Renaissance period. In his most notable work, The Prince, he writes, it is better to be feared than to be loved if one cannot be both. He argues that fear is a better motivator than love, which is why it is the more effective tool for leaders. No? So sabi ni Machiavelli, kung ikaw ay isang leader, no? Kung ikaw po ay isang guro, ay not isang guro, ikaw po ay isang leader, no, isang political figure for example, mas maiging ikaw ay kinatatakutan kaysa ikaw ay mahal. Kung hindi po pwedeng yung dalawa ay makuha mo, no? So mas maiging ikaw ay kinatatakutan. No? So yan yung sinabi ni Machiavelli at medyo controversial nga ito sa ating previous na presidential election. Now, what about the rest of our choices? Michelangelo was considered the greatest living artist in his lifetime. No, isa po siya sa artists na naging tanyag, na na-recognize during his lifetime. No, hindi posthumously. That means hindi patay na saka pa na-recognize. No, during his lifetime talaga, he was one of the greatest living artists. He was well known for the David, Pieta, and of course for the frescoes on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Now, Dürer is known as the greatest German Renaissance artist. No, halos lahat sila dito ay artist. Brunelleschi, on the other hand, was an architect and engineer and one of the pioneers of early Renaissance architecture in Italy. He was best known for designing the dome of the Duomo in Florence, ang dome ng cathedral sa Florence. Okay, so the correct choice here would be letter C, Machiavelli. We go to number 10. Basta Ninja Turtle yon. Basta Ninja Turtle artist yon, sabi ni Sir Adam Troy Arenas. Okay, number 10. Who is most responsible for the Reformation? Letter A, King Henry VIII. Letter B, Michelangelo. Letter C, Martin Luther. Or letter D, Pope Leo. Linya ni Amon sa Mobile Legend. It is better to be feared than loved. Okay, number 10, ICCs. Tumpa kaya ang letter C. Again, I'm inviting everyone to join our majorship na magkakaroon na po tayo ng orientation this weekend. May Saturday schedule at meron din tayong Sunday schedule. Depende po sa inyong coach, no? Meron po tayong exclusive group. And so if you are a member of our majorship groups, mag-check po doon sa ating exclusive group. So this weekend na po yung ating magiging orientation until the weekend prior to your taking the LET. Meron pa po tayong pasok for our majorship. And of course, if you can join us sa Team Brunner, you're all welcome. Malapit na po mag-open yung ating Section B kasi papuno na po, no? Almost complete na yung ating Section A na estudyante sa Team Brunner. Okay, letter C is for number 10, and that is correct. No, Martin Luther King. Okay, so the Reformation was a major movement within Western Christianity in the 16th century Europe that posed a religious and political challenge to the Catholic Church and in particular to papal authority arising from what were perceived to be errors, abuses, and discrepancies by the Catholic Church. It was actually Martin Luther King. I'm sorry, not Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther. No? Yung do not get confused with Martin Luther King na figure naman sa Amerika, no? for anti-slavery sa Amerika. Now, what about the rest of your choices? Letter A mo, King Henry VIII. Henry VIII's desire to annul his first marriage with Catherine of Aragon, previously his sister-in-law, without papal approval, led to the creation of a separate Church of England. Ito nga Protestantism, no? Yung protestante, nagkaroon ng panibagong church sa England dahil sa kagustuhan niyang maanal sa kanyang first wife. Kasi yung first wife niya dito, yung kwento, yung kapatid niya kasi yung unang hari, no? Si Arthur, yung kapatid niya yung unang hari. At si Catherine of Aragon was the wife of Arthur. Now, nung natsugi si Arthur, no? Nung natsugi po si Arthur, ay naging hari si Henry VIII. At kasama ng throne, no? Kasama ng pagiging hari, ay na-inherit din niya yung asawa. Okay, and later on he wanted to be annulled from the wife. No, so that was Catherine of Aragon. Okay, and so this also led to reformation sa Church of England. Okay, and of course, we've already talked about letter B, Michelangelo, Pope Leo, marami pong Pope Leo, no, we don't know which one, and so hindi na po ako nagdagdag ng info dito, no, because merong 1, 2, 3, 4 until several Leos. Okay, number 11. This is manifested by creating an image with a range of value by shading and making forms to make the art livelier. Letter A, illustration of form. Letter B, realism. Letter C, size. Or letter D, point of view. What is our choice? Number 11. Okay, number 11 po. Ano ang ating hinahanap? Okay, so these are all part of your art appreciation.